I left Henley Church about 11 o'clock on Valentine's Day. I was talking to an archaeologist who said it uncovered some fossils resembling a strange cephalopod-like creature. Strange place to find an octopus, really. What? Do you think I've got something to do with Dr. Dekker's murder? Maybe you should ask your assistant who Dekker saw that day.
You know my assistant?
That's not really...
Nope. Let's ask about the fossils then. I don't think I've specifically said fossil yet. Nope, that just goes right back to octopus again. Alright, what am I dead-ending here? What he was doing on Valentine's Day. Didn't I already do that? Oh, that was night. Right. What were you doing on Valentine's Day?
I was at Henley Church on Valentine's Day, visiting Hannah's grave. It was the anniversary of her death. Her parents wanted a huge funeral with all the trimmings. Hannah would never have come for it. It does give me somewhere to visit. I got to write the epitaph.
That gives us an additional layer to worry about. We have to spread between the choices of day and night. So I might want to double check whether or not I asked about day or night with the previous character then. Okay. What was your epitaph?
We walk alone without our angel.
He repeatedly calls her an angel, which I guess is relatively straightforward for the idea of, you know, loved ones and stuff. Let's ask about Hannah's grave.
Pass.
Nope, not fond of that one, huh? We walk alone without our angel.
I've been alone since Hannah. I can't imagine anyone ever replacing her. Not that I've looked. Do you think I should look for someone else?
Let's say yes. If he was able to move on, he might literally be able to move on, as in his loop.
I don't know.
Yes, that may... Yes, finding someone else may break the loop. Okay. Yes, look for someone else.
Okay, fine. I'll try. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for, though. Just sign up to Tinder and start swiping. Maybe it's just company I'm missing. Although I don't really want any.
But what if that's how we break out of it? It's not inconceivable it might help. Let's see. How often did you donate to Mind Stretch Outreach? Apparently a thing that we can still ask about, but that didn't help. We're still missing on charity even.
Hannah was forever giving to charity. Her things, her time, our money. I actually suggested a charity that Dr. Dekker mentioned called Mind Stretch Outreach.
I don't know what we do there. When did you donate to Mind Stretch Outreach? Don't know what I'm gonna go with there. Okay. And Valentine's night wasn't useful either, was it?
I left Henley Church about 11 o'clock.
Yeah. 11 o'clock?
I don't know what you're talking about.
11 o'clock?
Can't help you.
Nope. Archaeologist.
Should I know something?
Alright. I feel like I'm at a dead end here. It's not really working out for me. Okay, so that might be that's suggesting to move on. It might be that somebody else may have encountered this character. That's interesting. So maybe another person here encountered Nathan, and if I talk to them, I can find out about Nathan, and that might fill in the gap and give me a new question to ask Nathan. Alright, Bryce, how are you today?
There's something I want to tell you about. Something else that's wrong with me. I think I've been getting a bit out of control in my hour.
What have you done?
Sometimes I see a girl standing behind you. I don't know who it is. I don't know what you're asking me either.
Okay, he went somewhere else for me there, didn't he? That was weird. I asked, what did you do? And he led to that incredibly weirdly specific thing. And that didn't get answered to that didn't get added to my list of questions. I wrote, what have you done? And it didn't get added to my responses list for some reason. That in itself is pretty weird. You see a girl? You see a woman behind me?
Possibly a relative of yours. Possibly a patient that died here. I'm not sure. She doesn't normally say anything.
You see dead people?
When you work in a graveyard, you see a lot of strange things. I'm not sure if they're real, or whether I think they're real, or which is worse.
Let's see. Oh no, my failed question mark is there forever as a slash. No! Okay, where are we gonna go with this one? Are you afraid of them?
Not something I know about. When you work in a graveyard, you see a lot of strange things. I'm not sure if they're real, or whether I think they're real, or which is worse.
These strange things.
I don't have... You're laughing at me, aren't you? I said I wasn't sure if they were real.
No, I am not laughing at you.
I don't really know about...
They could be real.
I have no idea.
That's not working at all. Alright. That's a dead end as much as it can be. Okay, so where were you on Valentine's Day? Where were you Valentine's night? Really? They were both an option for the other one, but not for this one.
There's something I want to tell you about. Something else that's wrong with me. I think I've been getting a bit out of control in my hour.
You're saying you're getting out of control. I'm really screwing up on typing today for some reason.
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move, because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen? Go to a fairground?
It would be called the nude hour.
I don't know.
It's full moon every night now. What do you do in your hour?
I don't have...
God damn it.
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move, because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen? Go to a fairground?
Why do you suggest that? Why is your first answer fairground?
Ha! That was just an example, Doctor. I'm sure you can come up with more exciting things to do than that.
What do you find exciting?
Not...
Okay. Didn't really go anywhere. Have you killed someone?
Sorry, Doctor, I don't...
Did you do something bad?
No.
What do you do? God damn it. Where am I going wrong here? I don't know how to answer the question of what would I do. Bryce asked what I would do if I had an extra hour. Maybe I should suggest things he might have done to gain his trust. I wonder if he's stolen anything or spied on anyone. I'd steal everything that wasn't nailed down, boyo.
Yes, I would steal too. And I have stolen. I ran out of milk, so I thought I'd go to the local all-night shop and get some more. I was absolutely intending to pay, but when I got there, everyone was frozen. I thought about leaving money on the counter, but that seemed weird. The cashier would wake and suddenly this money would have appeared from nowhere. But I've stolen bigger things.
What have you stolen? Bigger things?
From stealing milk, I moved on to petrol. From petrol, well, all those supermarkets have all kinds of electricals, so I've stolen quite a lot of that. I'm not proud. I think I've been doing it because I can, to prove to myself either way, my extra hour is actually real.
Yeah, not a terrible idea, otherwise they would have probably seen you. I would kill someone.
I don't think you would, Doctor. I don't think I would, either.
It was worth prodding down the idea. Yeah, thievery seemed way more likely. We seem to be at a dead end a little bit again, still, somehow. Let's see. Have you proven it?
I don't...
Prove. Proof.
I have
None of those are working. Okay. What is the last thing you stole?
I don't know.
Ah, there's some path to go with this whole out-of-control situation that's happening here.
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move. Because I live on my own. What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen? Go to a fairground?
You live alone?
I live on my own. Occasionally I visit my father. He's in sheltered housing. Dementia.
Are you afraid you may get dementia?
I don't have...
Dementia?
No.
Tell me about your father.
Sorry, Doctor.
Father.
I don't have any...
Your father has dementia? Dear Lord. I gotta fight it. Oh, that one. Yeah, you live alone seems to suggest that there might still be nothing there. Maybe that was a dead end.
I live on my own. Occasionally I visit my father. He's in shelter.
Your father lives in a shelter? I didn't really think so. What in the world am I missing on this out of control thing then? I feel like I've asked about every phrase that he says. Oh, I never asked about Dekker. Dekker was stabbed.
I dug the grave for Dr. Dekker. I helped carry his coffin to the burial site. Do you know what? It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. Why do you think that is?
That's creepy. You think the coffin was empty? Fucking, coffin.
No, the coffin wasn't empty. There was something in it. A decoy, I'd imagine.
Well, that got interesting. Okay. What do you think happened to Dekker's body? Dekker's body.
No.
Alright. So you dug the grave.
I have no... No, the coffin wasn't empty.
You think it could be a decoy?
I'm guessing he was buried somewhere else, or cremated. Somebody somewhere didn't want his body going in the ground. Do you want to be cremated or buried, Doctor?
I'd like to be cremated.
That's a good choice, Doctor. Less work for me.
The idea of a decomposing body and staying that way is oddly creepy. Did Dekker have enemies? Who killed Doctor Dekker? I don't expect him to know the answer necessarily, but I'm just seeing if he would say anything about that.
No, the coffin wasn't empty. There was something in it. A decoy, I'd imagine.
This is an incredibly strange experience. Where is Dekker's body?
Sorry, Doc.
Dozed off, just contemplating a missing body and so and such. No big deal. It's easy to forget about that kind of stuff. Do you spy on people?
Well, that makes me feel a little better. There's a young mother, divorced, who lives opposite me. Jessica. She's friendly and says hello to me, smiles. I've always wondered what she looks like naked. So 1 hour, I broke into her house. She was standing in her bedroom. I took it as a sign. I took off her clothes and...
Took off her clothes?
Not some...
Took off her clothes?
Not some...
Clothes? Jessica.
I took photos of Jessica when she was naked. When I'd stripped her. When she was naked and frozen. I didn't want to have to do it again, to strip her again. So I took pictures to remind myself what she looked like. That's wrong, isn't it, Doctor?
Yes?
I don't have anything to say to that.
Yes, it is wrong to secretly strip people naked after breaking into their house to then take photos of them against their will and then presumably leaving them nude, confused, and maybe even with a case of whiplash from how you moved them seemingly instantaneously around the room and whatnot.
I know. It's that bloody Dr. Dekker. He made me this way. It's all his fault.
Oh god, I didn't think that was gonna work. Now it's half of my screen. I didn't think that question was actually gonna work, and I was just having a little bit of fun, and it actually worked out. Oh shit. His fault?
Like I said, I originally presented with depression, and everything was going well for a while. Then Dr. Dekker changed.
Changed?
He was easily distracted during sessions, like he wasn't listening. I'm pretty sure he wasn't listening half the time. I don't think he wanted to know about his patients anymore. But when he did give you advice...
So I think what happens is that interview happened that revealed the possible insanity element going on here, and that might have been what made him freak out. Is when he read those tapes. Not read those tapes, but when he had that interview about the like Lovecraftian element going on here, and that he might be going insane.
He told me to use my imagination, to make something up, to think something crazy, and it would become real. He told me to think of a way to get more time, so I did. But he pushed me. He made me think it.
So Dekker made him think it, and then it became real. His power became real when Dekker sort of willed into existence. Made you think it. No.
He told me to use my imagination, to make something up, to think something crazy, and it would become real. He told me to think of a way to get more time, so I did. But he pushed me. He made me think it.
Made you? Pushed you?
Sorry.
Dekker gave you your power? Alright. That may be as far as we're gonna get here. Do you regret what you did to Jessica? Regret.
I don't really know about that.
We might be dead-ending again here. Alright. Well, I got to yellow, so at that point, that's a victory for now. Let's ask about you now. Dekker's advice. Did Dekker change? Did Dekker behave strangely? Okay, that's not really working either. Made you think.
I don't know.
Dekker made you. That's not working out at all. Okay. We'll get back to you, Nathan, trying to figure out what the missing slot here is. Let's move on to Claire. Hello, Claire. How are you today?
It's the anniversary of my parents' death today. I went to the lake house. I always go to the lake house anyway, but it's also where they died.
I'm sorry. And I can't type.
I don't know.
Let's go with the lake house then.
I stood for a while, looking across the water. It's peaceful there. It's the place that makes me feel the most. There was a girl there, by the lake, only about 9 or 10. She was fishing, if you can call it that, with one of those nets on a stick.
That was a strong whistle that happened there accidentally. Let's see. Do you see a girl?
Should I know something about...
Girl.
That's not really something...
Young girl.
Sorry.
Nope. It's a common element between Claire and Bryce, so I was curious to see if it might be a reoccurring thing amongst these characters. Thought I'd give it a try real quick. Okay. Young girl?
I don't know why I talked to her. She looked sad. I don't usually talk to children, but she seemed different, special. I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I, Doctor?
Yes, you can talk. And talk to people.
I don't know anything about that. Perhaps you should be taking more notes.
Yes, talk good.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't know.
Yes, you can talk to the girl.
Good. It felt nice. I felt like I was being nice. I felt human. So I can find her and talk to her again, Doctor.
What did she say?
I see what you're trying to do, but I really don't know anything about that.
What did the girl say? Arga the baga the burger the berg.
I don't have an answer.
God.
Perhaps we should change the subject. You seem to be struggling.
No, you're...
Are you bored? Do you want me to talk about something else?
I feel like I'm having an actual effect on her now. Did you murder your husband with...
I don't know anything about that.
Is your husband actually dead like in M. Night Shyamalan movies?
Are you bored?
Or movie, I suppose.
I don't know why I talked to her. She looked sad. I don't usually talk to children, but she seemed different, special. I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I, Doctor?
What do you mean when you say that the girl looked sad?
David had been hunting again, and, well, she's seen some of the skins he hung around the lake house.
The skins?
Animal skins. David hunts, then skins. It's horrible, really. He's not really good at either job, so the skins still have great lumps of bloody carcass hanging off them. I'm sure he'll get better with practice.
How do you hang them when they still have lumps of, like, flesh on them? Surely you would notice that, and you wouldn't want that to stick around. That's unfortunate. Alright, Well. Seems dangerous to push her, but let's see how it goes. Talk to the girl. Yes. Talk to the girl again.
Then I will. I'll look for her next time I'm there.
I'd almost say maybe it's therapeutic, but I actually mostly think that it's probably not a real girl, so it's probably very dangerous. But I kind of want to see where that goes.
David had been hunting again, and...
So, David hunts?
David wasn't there. Or at least I didn't see him. I didn't go inside. I forgot my key, and the spare was missing.
The spare was missing?
Sorry. I don't know. Sorry, I don't...
You forgot your key?
I'm sure I had a spare key for the lake house, but I can't find it anywhere. I don't really need one if David is around.
Maybe the suggestion is that, maybe she loses track of herself, maybe she killed David, or even something like that, and maybe her losing the key, like maybe that's the other version of her, using that key and leaving it elsewhere. Maybe. There's a few avenues we could go down here. Where were you on Valentine's Day?
The day Dr. Dekker was killed, I had a session with him in the morning at my usual time, 11 o'clock. That was the last time I saw him.
That's reasonable. How about Valentine's night?
Valentine's Day night, I was at the lake house, watching David, like I always do.
Yeah, there's no way that David's alive. She's just watching him all the time after stabbing him. Like, he's probably a ghost that she's constantly staring at. It was like just bull crazy. You always watch David. Watching David.
He has trouble with his mental faculties and is getting worse. Yes. I watch him and make sure nothing bad happens.
You might have already failed at that. Not really sure, though. Okay. What did you talk about with Dekker?
Dr. Dekker made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. I'll be taking it to the grave with me, though. As did he.
Did you kill Dekker? Because it sounds like you're taking Dekker. Did you kill Dr. Dekker?
Perhaps we should change the subject.
He's being all weird again. Alright. Secret.
There's very little I'm not willing to talk about, Doctor.
To the grave.
I see what you're trying to do.
Nope.
But I really don't know.
Also, her random dialogue for when you're not going anywhere with what she said, very much feels like an actual response at first till I realized that I recognize it as one of the things that she is definitely not going anywhere.
It's the anniversary of my parents' death today.
Have I specifically asked about the parents' death? I don't think I did. I think I tried to, but it led to just being lake house or something.
They died of carbon monoxide poisoning. I was staying at a friend's house. Otherwise, I would have died too.
Registrar. Interesting number of achievements in here. Poison.
I don't have an answer for you.
Poisoning.
I'm not sure. It was a faulty boiler, I think.
Faulty boiler?
I don't know.
Friend's house.
Do you think I killed my parents?
No, definitely not. You're super innocent and would never kill anyone, especially your parents. Clearly.
It's okay if you think I killed them. You wouldn't be the first to draw that conclusion. People can be so cynical. I'm used to it.
You say it's okay, but I feel like it's not actually okay, maybe. Like, just maybe. Maybe. You're not super into the idea. Who is your friend?
I don't remember my friend's name. She was a girl from my school. Vicky. Charlotte. It's not really important.
Sorry, Vicky?
I don't know anything about that.
Charlotte.
Are you bored?
Okay. Is the girl from the lake house your childhood friend that you also burned and stashed the body of? That's not going anywhere either. Alright. Well, it's worth a shot. Figured I'd give it a try. Still got 2 more people to figure out here.